Speaker 222 with Dogecoin and you. It's what time is it? 5:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the East Coast in the United States of America. I wanted to go over what we're looking at with Ethereum. Ethereum's still trying to bounce around here, and it's trying to push out in the 4 hour, but it keeps getting rejected at these levels because it just can't get the volume to push through. It looks like it wants to retest a little further. We can't come past this level, and unless we break 3,052, it's going to be an issue here, and Ethereum really does look like it needs to come back down here. Let's draw something for all of us real quick, now that we're going to be focusing on Ethereum a lot in here, because this is going to be like our Bitcoin when it comes to most of the market. Ethereum is going to be our Bitcoin when it comes to Matic, ADA, Doge, and Shiba. This becomes our Bitcoin. So let's get the indicator off of here. Let's get the EMAs out. So what I want to do real quick is we're going to do this right in front of everybody so we can get on the same page. I am cooking dinner, so I don't have a lot of time, but I do have some time. So we can come all the way back here and say, hey, we've had a pretty consistent uptrend here. Let's just continue to draw this through. Put this in the weekly. And you can see that's a nice uptrend. And you can actually come farther down. We could use it kind of like this. I mean, it looks like that's the kind of uptrend we're trying to maintain. And with that being said, I mean, it could end up being a nice channel or an uptrend even from back farther that we could do. We could say, okay, well, if we're going to say that, then we can come through here and just say, hey, we're continuing something like this. I don't think we're in that kind of, I think we're in a formation like this where this could be the channel now, and it's a rising channel. So if that's the case, we're at the bottom end of this, and you can see the engulfing candle on the weekly. So Ethereum's not done by a long shot. It's just a matter of where would you get in. And we've got engulfing candles in the daily, so I mean, I'm not convinced that it's going to come down much farther than we're at. If you look at it in the 4 hourly, we could possibly come down, and this is what I was talking about, retesting this breakout. But anything beyond, like, well, actually, we're coming down pretty close. We really just want to hold that 2,983, and we've already come down to it. Because now it becomes a very aggressive, like if you look at this, it becomes an aggressive, where you can say, hey, we're starting to establish a very aggressive rise here, and this is where we could have a potential huge breakout. And this is what I like to do. Whoops. This is what I like to do. So now we start to compare it like this. And then you're like, okay, well, what's the point of that? Well, the point of that is if this is what's going on, and we can establish this, because it's pretty clear that we probably had something like this. Or you can say we were coming down more like this, but this is definitely starting some kind of uptrend here, so we have to be alert to this. So that's what we're looking at. And if it doesn't break this and it continues on this uptrend, 2,983 is a perfect retest level. And it hasn't come down to it yet, but it's come awfully close in the last 4 hour stretch. So, and Bitcoin is trying to have a nice little close here, but we're not really going to go over that. I'd rather go over ADA. Well, we've already done that, but we need to get on the same page with Matic. Matic's at 152.8. We're still looking for that touchdown of 149.8. But guys, with the engulfing candle that we've had, it might not happen. It hasn't given up that 150.3 in this 4 hour candle, and we're running out. 2 hours left. So we're going to see how this plays out. Sometimes it stretches down, but we're approaching a very big breakout on Ethereum. I mean, on Matic. It's that simple. We're approaching a big breakout, and I'd rather be a part of it than not. And I mean, the uptrend has been going for a rather long time. So really, if we delete this and we just say, okay, well, what are we doing here? Pretty simple. You can go from many different levels. This came back down. We could start from here, but if we want to do this in like an uptrending fashion, we can start from here where it came back down, and we can just start doing this. Okay, well, until it breaks that, it keeps coming back down to consolidate. We've got down here where it continues to rise up. and back into consolidation, but I don't want to go back that far. And this is like a broadening channel. Like this is a channel that's getting wider as we go. So this is like a descending, it's like a symmetrical triangle except the opposite way. So it's continued to bounce out farther and wider with an uptrending support like that if this maintains. And you can see that would be a broadening wedge, as I would call it. But that's possibly what could be going on. And we're at the bottom side of this right now. We're looking at a very, very big potential here for a breakout in Matic. I'm not saying it's going to go way up there, because I'd be more inclined to look at it like this. But, I mean, you can even look at it in a different way and say, hey, we are, in fact, doing something like this. We can even come down here and say, hey, and do something like that. And that could be the channel we're in. So, a lot of potential here. A lot of potential. Especially if that breaks up. And we've had big pullbacks on Matic. We were all the way up at $2. And what is that, about 90 cents? We came all the way down to 63 cents. And what was this at? August of 2021. Came back up to $2.92. And now we came all the way back down to about $1.24. We have to hold this $1.34 area is what we want to hold. The golden ratio's up here at $1.55. So if any time we break $1.55 and hold this area, that's the golden ratio, and it would push us up and propel us pretty quickly. So that's the breakdown. Make sure to hit the like button. If you're interested in joining our trading alerts group, Dogecoin and You, the Dogecoin and You Army, we have 11 members, surprisingly. It just started today. We do have an exclusive Telegram for the members of Dogecoin and You Army. We've got 14 people in here now. Wow. So, and we're going to be talking about the swing trades as they become available. Stay blessed, everybody.